I consider allulose to be a supplement, even though it's technically a rare sugar or a sweetener. The reason I consider it a supplement is because it's what you can use when you overdo it on carbohydrates. It is a fail-safe. It utilizes a very similar receptor to fructose. So what happens is when you use allulose along with a higher glucose meal, it not only lowers some of the absorption of the fructose or sucrose in general, but it also has an effect on what is called GLUT5, which can actually bind and help escort high levels of glucose. So GLUT5 is a transporter for glucose when it's really in an elevated state. That's the best way to put it. It's a little complex, but essentially it has an affinity when glucose is higher. So allulose acts as a buffer to prevent your glucose from getting high. So you have a cheat meal, have a tablespoon of allulose with it. Add a tablespoon of allulose syrup on your ice cream if you're really wanting to have a treat. I mean, obviously avoid the stuff when you can in terms of sweets, but allulose is a great fail-safe. I put honey as a supplement too, because although honey is a tremendous sweetener and a great source of carbohydrates when you need it, I treat it as a polyphenol-rich prebiotic antioxidant food. I have a couple of tablespoons or maybe even less of that stuff, sometimes even teaspoons if I'm trying to keep my carbs lower, because all I want is the antioxidant effect. Go for a good MGO 850 or higher Manuka honey if you want the highest potency. Glycine made a lot of videos in 2025 for me. And glycine is something that I added in about a year ago. 3 grams of the stuff an hour and a half before bed. And I have slept so much better. I am now getting to a point where I don't have to get up to pee until almost 4:30, where I was having to get up to pee around 2 a.m. before. It has an effect on the bladder. So not only does it help you stay calm and act as a neurotransmitter and help you sleep, it has this impact on the bladder that makes it so that you don't feel the need to pee as much. It doesn't mean you're gonna wet the bed. It just means it delays that effect. So the only downside I'm finding is I used to wake up to pee at like 2 a.m. and then I would have a hard time falling asleep, but eventually I'd get back to sleep. If I don't wake up to pee until 4:30, I'm so far into the night, a lot of times I just end up getting up. But I'll tell you, if I go to bed at 9:30 and sleep all the way till 4:30, I'll take it. That's better than going to bed at 9:30 and getting up at 2 and not going back to sleep or having broken sleep. So glycine as a neurotransmitter, as a neuroprotectant, as an antioxidant, and as an overall sleep aid. Magnesium across the board, but recently because of my love for glycine, I've been doing a lot more in the way of magnesium glycinate. I've also become a fan of magnesium taurate, which is magnesium bound to taurine. From an ATP perspective, I find that magnesium malate and magnesium taurate work really well. They help me with energy, they help me stay focused and energetic through a workout. So I focus on at least 400 to 600 milligrams of good quality magnesium throughout the day.